going on, guys? I just cut my hair. I like short hair because I don't be getting knots when I don't brush my hair, and that's the cool thing about having short hair. But whatever, either way, today's video I got a little story time for you guys. I forgot I even did this, but before I even say anything, I just want to say, YouTube, I'm 21. I'm old as hell. Look at my face. Just because I look a little young doesn't mean I'm not. I am over the age of 21. Okay, this video was made for strictly entertainment purposes, comedy purposes, storytelling purposes. Everything that I'm about to everything I'm about to say, YouTube, it did not happen. I don't recommend doing any of these stuff, but let's get straight to this video. Okay, so this was about 2 years ago when I had friends and I was socializing with people. Nowadays I don't socialize with nobody because it's really easy to get influenced by other people. Either way, about 2 years ago, I was still in high school, and I had 2 years ago I was still in high school, and I had not a best friend, but I was hanging out with a certain person. Okay, now this certain person was sort of like not my best friend, because you know, if we were as best friends we would have been best friends forever, you know, but she was just like that person who lived near me. She was like an Edgar to me, you know, like me and Edgar hung out, we were kind of tight. Before I even give her a name, she was really fucking ghetto, like real ghetto. Okay, now she did not grow up ghetto, like she had a perfect family. I would always visit her house and all this, right? But she was just that female who hung out with all the ghetto ass people, like the gangbangers. Like every other Caucasian other girl, they're not interested in like the ghetto boys, or they're not like, they don't know what's up with like the ghetto shit, you feel me? Like if you know, you know. But she was not gonna hang out with you if you did not smoke, you know, if you did not that Mary Jane or any of that. If you was not about that life and you wasn't beating motherfuckers up, or you wasn't a juvenile hall in and out, she was not fucking with you. She was just that females who were into that bad influence, you know. I was just like that person who tagged along. She was like my friend and shit, you know. Basically acts ghetto, but not in the Hachito ghetto. She acts like hood ghetto. Like she be hanging out with she be trying to hang out with all the hood dudes, and she be taking like hood pics, like you're not a dude, you're a bitch, act like a bitch. She was them, you know. We're gonna give her a nickname, okay, for this little story time, because whatever I see, I don't say shit after, you know. Hood, we're gonna call her Hood because she was no, not Hood. Yeah, we're gonna call her Hood because that's just okay. So a week in advance before happening, me and Hood were like hanging out, you know, back to back, because we used to hang out all the time, right? And for some reason I got into biking. I used to have like this red janky ass bike, and I came up with this idea, and I was like, hey Hood, like we should start riding the bikes to the beach. Bitch, it was a whole gosh damn 5-mile bike ride. Like I don't know how and why I got into it, but I got into it, and Hood agreed with it. And usually she's so hood, she's so ghetto, she never agrees to like typical gym shit, typical boring shit, you know. All she wants to do is Mary Jane. So whenever I'm talking to her, that's the only conversation I'm having, you know. I be gassing it up. I be like, bro, we should at the beach, so let's go bike ride it over there, like trying to convince her, sway her into what I like doing, because she likes hanging out with the shooters, like all this dumb shit that I really don't fuck with. So I convinced her ass to go to the bike, take the bikes and go to the beach with me, a whole 5 miles to the beach, back and forth to our houses. Okay, so I came up with this idea, like, hey, we should bike ride it, you feel me? Now we started bike riding. She had a bike. We started bike riding from our houses to the beach. Then and now for a whole week back to back. I think we did it like every 2 other days. And then this day came up. It was like a Saturday, I believe. I was talking to my ex-boyfriend on the phone on Snapchat and shit, when Snapchat was still popping and stuff. We were texting from like night to the morning. I had no sleep, I had no rest. I stayed up the whole night just texting him. And back then we used to really never chat. Every time we would text, I would get gassed up. I'd be like, oh, he hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Like that little early stage when you guys are barely talking, that was me. So I stayed up the whole night talking to him. Then he ended up like sleeping, so then I hit up Hood, and somehow she was awake. It was like 7 in the morning. I believe it was like 6 a.m. but the sun was up. I was like, bro, guess what happened? Like we were talking, and then she was really into it. You know that girl talk when we like say, oh my gosh, I was talking to dude, and then like your girl gasses it up, or you gas it up, and you guys talk about it. Yeah, that was us, right? So I was like, you know what, we should go to the freaking beach at 6 in the morning, bike ride it, let's go. So both of our crazy asses went to the fucking beach with this fucking bike, these stupid ass bikes, right? We made it to the beach and we're sitting down in these seats by the beach, whatever, right? And Hood gets this phone call from her homie, okay? Her little homie or whatever. Now I knew her homie, right? And I knew that this homie of hers, because she was closer to him. I knew him, but like I wasn't really that close because I really wasn't trying to get close to that type of people. And I knew that this motherfucker rolls and tags along with the most hoodest people you'll ever fucking meet, okay? Like, if you're hood, like, I understand. It's like, but it's just like, bro, like I don't really give a shit. But she picked up the call. She's talking to the homie that we both started to know. And I just know we're gonna tag along to some stupid hood shit, you know? The homie, we're gonna call him Battery, okay? So Battery, it was like, hey, Hood, like, where you at? Where's your location? We're like, let's link up. Let's wake and bake. I was like, cause I overheard the conversation. Battery pulls up with Blue. They pull up in a car, okay? We're in fucking bikes. It's early morning and shit, you know? Both of these pull up in a car. And they're fucking racing it. I think they drove like a whatever, right? They were racing that shit. You know how hood dudes be. They don't give a fuck about fucking society. They don't give a fuck about the rules. They don't give a fuck about the regulations. Our dumbasses had bikes, so I was like, you know what? Like, we can't go. We got bikes. Like, I was being like that person who doesn't want to do it because I know what's about to happen. They're about to, right? So what happened was Hood really wanted to go, and I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So we dead ass grab our bikes, find like a big ass bush, and we throw our bikes into that bush in the beach, and we leave the fucking area. We hop in the whip and we leave. And we're like, we were gonna go back for the bikes, right? But we were just gonna go with these motherfuckers, Blue and Battery. Yeah, Blue and Battery, the two hood motherfuckers, right? And we're in the whip, we're by the beach, and they're vaping it, right? Now, I at the time I did not smoke. I did not want to smoke, but I was in the car, I was in the whip, just in the back, like, fuck, I don't want to be here with these motherfucker ratchet ass hood motherfuckers. So what happened was, I don't know how and what, but they picked up, like, you know, raps, right? We're just in there, and then this motherfucker Blue, okay, that was homies with our homie Battery, that I knew of. You know, I knew Battery, you know, but I didn't know Blue. And Blue started talking and chit-chatting about, you know, pills. That's some pills, you know, them pills that put you to sleep kind of type pills. And then he started chit-chatting about how he could get a hold of his plug, and his plug has, you know, that exotic that acid. I don't know what else I don't know what other word to give acid, but we're just gonna call it acid. Who gives a fuck? I don't want to get yellow marks, but if I do, I do, whatever. So he's like, yeah, I could get a hold of acid, mushrooms, and all this stuff. And my ass, you know, I kind of gassed it up a little. I was a little like, oh, acid? Yeah, I want to try acid. You know what I said? You know what my dumb ass said in front of like all of them three? I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I really want to get that high school experience because I heard that everybody takes acid. You know, I really want to try acid. But I know I was like lying. I was capping. I was like gassing it up. That's all I was doing. And my best friend, Hood, she was like, she never heard me say any of this shit before. So she was like, what? You want to take acid? I could never take acid though. Fuck that shit. I don't want to become a junkie. She was kind of like scared of it. But as soon as she heard me say it, she was like kind of like in shock. But I was like, come on, don't be a bitch, like we gotta take it together and this shit. I was just trying to like hype her up and gas it up so it could sound like cool in front of these two motherfuckers, right? So they could know that we bought the shits, you feel me? But we not about the shits, you know, because, you know, we never took that shit, right? So that's where the conversation ended, you know? It was just like me gassing that shit up, like me talking about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we gonna do this, you know? It's just, you know, that one person that be talking so much who's like, yeah, we should do this, we should do that, but they never do shit. And then they just like disappear. Like there was a person who brought it up and then everybody does it, but that fucking person, you know, that person, that's fucking me. That was me, okay? I usually never do it, but since I was around them, I kind of got a little like gassed up. I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Like, let's go do a beer run. You know, that was me because I got a little too excited. Like, fuck, I'm sorry. But that was my dumb ass. I was like, yeah, we gonna do acid. We gonna do drugs. And my friend Hood was like, this bitch is crazy, but also she was a little intimidated. She was like, damn, I would never do them. But when she saw me, like the bitch who doesn't even do drugs, you know, she got a little intimidated. She was like, I can't let this bitch win me, like, fuck. Because I just knew that, bro, because I'm about to tell you guys a little story time. Just wait. So, and fast forward about 2 hours, we were hanging out with them for a bit. They was driving all around the goddamn city. I don't know what and how it went, but I remember they went to store to store, and then they went up to their homie's house, and I was just in the car, whatever. We ended up going back to the location at the beach. Surprisingly, they were still there. Okay, so we go get the bikes. Before we left, we added the guy on Snapchat. His name's Blue, right? The guy who pulled up in the whip. He had a whip, you know. So we got Blue Snapchat as, like, you know, we was like the homegirls to him, you know. That's it, right? Grab our bikes, head home, and on our way heading back home, we were like, oh my gosh, bro, we gotta link up with that dude. He was so chilling. That's what Hood was telling me, and I was like, I didn't know we were gonna actually hang out with that motherfucker again. I was just like, yeah, we should, you know. I was just trying to have a great time, you know when you're drunk and you like start, you know, setting up hella fucking plans. That was me, but I was sober. I was good, you know. Fast forward to like about a week later. So it's 7 in the morning, and I ended up going to Hood's house, right? I go to my best friend's house or whatever. We're kicking it, chilling, and she's out of a battery. She you know, she offered me multiple times, and I said no, because for real, bro, I was sober. Like, even if I had friends who was like doing janky shit, I was never influenced. I was never easily convinced to, you know, that was just me, right? And she gets this message from Blue, you know, the dude who was whipping it. Blue was all like, so what's good? Like, what's the move? Like, what should we do? And then Hood was like, I'm with Amy. Like, we should link it up, right? We should link it. Like, let's hang out. Blue, he got a whip, so he's like, all right, for sure. I'm about to pick y'all up. Let's go. And then Hood, my best friend, tells me, and I'm like, fuck. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, I don't want to hang out. Like, fuck, bro. Like, I really don't want to hang out, you know? Blue pulls up, right? He pulls up. He starts doing fucking donuts. This motherfucker loud as shit. You could hear him from like the neighborhood. Like, we heard the fucking donuts and we're like, what the fuck? This motherfucker crazy, you know? So we go inside, and I'm like, bro, fuck. So we hop in the whip, and then he's like, what's good? What should we do? He's like, let's wake and bake. So that's the first thing they do. They go pick up from the plug, and then they at the beach. We went to the beach at this location. Yeah, okay. My Hood friend, she was suited up, you know. She's like, bro, I can't head home right now. Let's just whip it around the city again or something, you know, using him, you know, the classic female use. She's like, let's just pull up somewhere else or some shit. And I was just in the back, like, just chilling, just doing my thing, enjoying the music, because, bro, Hood people have good music. I don't know why and how, but they got some good music, right? So I'm just in the back as they're like, right? And they wanted me to hit that shit too, like, so bad. They was like, try some, like, beans, bro. I was like hanging out with crackheads, like, like, just damn, chill out. Blue starts whipping it around, and then he starts saying, you know what? I want to take, you know, like, drugs, more drugs, you feel me? He's like, damn. He's like, are you guys down to take in more? I was like, fuck no. Fuck no. But my fucking best friend Hood was like, yeah, well, let's go pick up some pills, okay? We're just gonna call them pills, okay? They're the type that make you a little snazzy, will kill little peep, you know. He wanted to pick that up, you know. And I was just like in it because I was in the whip and this motherfucker was driving crazy, and it was kind of cool, you know. So, and then Blue, the dude, he's like a little trapper boy, okay? The trapper boy pulls up to his homie's pad. Now this homie, my best friend Hood, knew him too. You feel me? Because she knew whoever the fuck who was Hood around the city, right? So both of these motherfuckers know who this motherfucker is, but I don't know who he is, right? So I'm just in the back chilling. And then we're gonna call him Pen, okay? Pen was like, yo, I got what you need, but hey, I got acid too. Now, Blue, the trapper boy, had overheard me saying like, yeah, like, I want to try acid and shit. So he's like, oh, bad, let me put my homegirls on. So he bought like three fucking tabs because I said that shit that I wanted to try acid. bro, I was like, holy crap. Now, I never wanted to try acid. I was just like hyping it up. You know that one person who's like, let's go drink, but they don't want to drink, or they just never drink or whatever. Or maybe that person who's like, oh, where them hoes at, but they never pull anything. That was me, but like drugs. Oh, the trapper boy Blue, he bought 3 tabs. One of them was for me, right? So they chit-chatted up, they finished a little chit-chat, and then the trapper boy Blue, he drove to this local park, right? Now, I don't know how, but they started like, you know, waking and baking even more, right? It's like, I think 11 in the morning, so it's still morning. So I was just in the back like, shit, I really gotta witness this shit just because of my friend. I gotta tag along with this shit, really. So I'm just in the back just like, whatever, bro. And you know me, I took the blunt. You know, I wanted some attention, so I posted on my Instagram. I'm faded as fuck. I'm not faded, I'm just like picturing. I'm just pic, you know, taking pics, posting it on Instagram like, hey, how do you hit this? Oh, I don't know. Here, take it. That was me. You know, just taking pictures like the dumbass, right? They finished up like the, right? So then the trapper boy Blue pulls out 3 tabs of acid. 3 tabs of acid. Now, if I were to ever take a drug, I would make sure that it came from, you know, a legit drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would go out to my local doctor and ask for like a note, and go to my local dispensary, you know, and ask like, hey, do you guys have these little tablets? If you guys don't, all right. But I'm not gonna go to the local plug and ask if you got these little tabs, because bro, if you take whatever from your local plugs, if you don't know him, if you're not trustworthy with him, and if you know that he's getting that good actual legit real shit, you know he's not getting that dang legit shit, do not buy off of him, bro. I was like super like, you know, if he's not like legit and a good ass plug, then I'm not taking that. Fuck no, bro, that could fucking kill me. But pulls out the 3 tabs, and in the back of my mind I was like, you know what, even if I did want to try this, I would never fucking try this shit, because bro, the plug, like, where is the legit plug? You know, where the reviews at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where the reviews at? So in the back of my mind I was like, you know what, if I even wanted to try the tab, I was not gonna take the fucking tab, because for one, it's not legit. Like, I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if you fucking put some shit in that tab. In the back of my mind, I thought the tabs were, you know, tapped. What is that one word when they're like fucked up? Basically where you like overdose or some shit. Yeah, I was scared of that shit, you feel me? Because I did not know the person, I didn't know the plug, I did not trust him, bro. If I'm gonna get something, like if I'm gonna get, you know, tabs, if I'm gonna get drugs, I'm gonna make sure they're legit, you know, they're actually prescribed properly, and I don't die from them, you know. Also, I'm gonna make sure that shit gas, and I'm gonna make sure I'm getting illusions. Back to the story. We're in this park, me, the trapper boy, and my best friend Hood, right? So he pulls out the tabs, he passes me one, and then he passes my friend Hood, my friend Hood one, and then he has one. And I swear I had that shit. I opened it up, I saw it, bro. That shit looks so trippy, bro. It was like a little smiley face on that shit. I was like, what is this? Like, am I supposed to, what is it? Like, like a little kid Happy Meal. That's what it looked like, but like really small. And then he puts it in his mouth. He's like, all right, everyone, this is how you do it. Put it underneath your tongue. I don't know what the fuck he did. I don't remember, but something in the mouth. He like did it or whatever. He's like, just let it dissolve into your mouth and just wait. Right? He did it first, and then my best friend Hood, she puts it in her fucking mouth, bro, and she lets it dissolve. She took acid because I was gassing it up. I would never take that shit, bro. You know what I did, bro? I just handed the tablet back, or the tablet. I just handed the tablet back. I was like, here, bro, like, I really gotta be somewhere sometime, so you know, making up an excuse. And he's like, nah, take it. And I was like, nah, bro, just keep it for yourself, because bro, he got it off his motherfucking homie. I don't give a his homie probably got that shit, like some janky ass shit he probably got, you know. So I was like, fuck no, I'm not gonna get illusions. I'm probably gonna get sent to the fucking hospital if I take this, you know. I'm not gonna get no illusions from them drugs. I'm gonna get illusions and be dying by taking this. So I was like, nah bro, I refused. Didn't take it. And he's like, oh, Trapper Boy was like, I thought you wanted to take, you know, this specifically, I got it for you. I was like, fuck no, I don't want to take this. So he took it. Thank the Lord I did not take that. But I was looking at my friend Hood. I was like, bro, this bitch took this shit. This bitch really wanted to be better than me. She really wanted to, like, you know, take a little step. Felt intimidated by me saying I wanted to take a drug that she wouldn't. So she had to step in, take it. I was like, as long as it's not me, as long as it's not me, as long as it's not me. It was 30 minutes, nothing fucking happened. I knew that shit was jank. That shit was not dank for sure, because they was just there like, so when is it gonna hit? Like, when is it gonna kick in? And then Trapper Boy was like, I don't know, just wait. Nothing ever happened. So yeah, and then fast forward an hour later, we got like pulled over in his whip. And yeah, that's the end of the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and YouTube, do not yellow mark this down because I just want to get monetized. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you guys, that is the end of this YouTube video. If you know anybody who does anything wrong, stay away from them. Stay away from people who do anything bad, you know, who are easy. Stay away from people who are doing stuff like that, you guys. You could easily get influenced by the people around you. So make sure it's people who are working hard, getting money, trying to elevate themselves as an individual, trying to elevate their business. So obviously those people should be the people you want to be around, not the people doing fucking stupid shit like Hood people, them drugs and all that. So stay away from them and find better friends. That is my another story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to hear more,